What are the potential military options available to the U.S.?
So I'd say two things. First off, what does it mean to be hit where it hurts with Iran? The most delicate thing for the Iranian regime right now is money, because money is what's driving forward a lot of these protests. Iran, of course, has been going at it with terror groups for a very long time, back and forth with Israel. We saw, of course, the rocket attacks. That did not really crumble the regime. What's crumbling the regime are sanctions. And so sanctions are what hurt them the worst. If you remember the times when Iran almost collapsed, right? The leadership almost collapsed. Twice we can think of. One was when Barack Obama was president. Obama bailed them out with cash. It was because, pallets of cash. That was when Iran had actually captured American citizens. There was a prisoner swap, and Obama gave them money to buy them off, basically. The second time was end of Trump's first term in office. And again, sanctions were destroying the regime. Trump was pushed out of office. Biden came in. Biden relieved Iran of a lot of its money that was held up in sanctions, bailed out the regime again. So Iran now is being choked out on the financial side. The financial side affects people's general well-being, and people not happy with the general well-being are going and protesting. That's what you're now watching. So I believe personally, you're going to watch probably heavier sanctions or possibly targeted strikes on leadership, because Trump just demonstrated that as a new U.S., let's say, method when it comes to Venezuela. That could be Iran too soon.
Okay, so Josh, given that, how significant would you say these protests itself are? Is the Iranian regime worried about these protests being able to threaten its survival?
Extremely so. The Iranian regime is in its death throes right now. For a very long time, there's been a deep division, I'd say, between the leadership and the people of Iran. And, they've maintained control of it somehow. A lot of that was through foreign intervention. China, Russia, very big partners of Iran. Iran, of course, has a lot of global influence. A lot is propped up by money. That is no longer currently in place. Not to mention that Iran was deeply hit during the back and forth they had with Israel, the kind of brief war, I guess you'd call it. One of the things that war did is it killed a lot of the leadership of Iran, especially on the military and intelligence side. And so a lot of the arms that would be carrying out operations to quell these riots on the more subversive front are dead. And it is possible we could see a leadership change, especially because now you have an alternate government for Iran stepping forward. The son of the former Shah is coming forward. You might see that happen.
Okay, so if we do see it, what would be the impact if the regime did in fact collapse? Specifically, how would it affect China?
Well, the Chinese Communist Party really has a handful of very powerful allies, powerful in their eyes, right? Russia is one of their top allies. Iran is one of their top allies. North Korea is not a powerful ally, but an ally nonetheless. Venezuela was one of their top allies in Latin America. It was kind of the beachfront for influence throughout Latin America. But really the triad, the triad they have of power is China, Iran, and Russia. Pull out the Iran side, China loses a lot of influence throughout the Arab world. They can still do oil deals. Other countries will still work with them, like the Saudis and stuff, but they're not going to be able to influence them like they were with Iran. Iran is also their beachfront with controlling a lot of the terror networks. And a lot of the terror networks are also deeply tied in with the drug trade as well, including in Latin America, actually. So this will pull out one of the key levers of influence for the Chinese Communist Party.